What do you do when you procrastinate? That actually might be the most adaptive thing you're doing. So, when we see procrastination, we see it as distracting from the important task. But what if it actually was helping you get to the good task? I'll give you a couple of examples. I can't, when I have a major deadline due, my house is immaculate. I rush around, I'm like, I have to do this talk tomorrow in procrastination, but my dishes are dirty. You know what? My bathroom is not sparkling white. And so I'm running around doing all of this. My husband's like, don't you have a presentation to do tomorrow? And I'm like, yes, but I have to do this. And I am just like the rat making my nest all cozy. Because when I'm done, I have that, I've used up some of my energy, but I also feel safe in my space. Now, you might do that. How many of you are doing that? You do the organizing, the sorting, everything's out, Okay, so that actually might not be so much as a detraction from the task, but allowing you to manage yourself when you're not in the optimal state and bring you to a sense of calm. It's not really procrastinating, it's a technique that you've acquired over the years that helps you get there. You're self-regulating, exactly. Thanks, Linda. And another thing we hear students doing a lot, baking cookies or making muffins. Why? They're stockpiling food. Makes them feel safe, it makes them feel secure. They've got some yummies. They may call a friend. They may exercise. Now, all of these things you can see, they would be very supportive of that activity.
What about Facebook? It's social interaction, right?
Social interaction, Facebook and social media is not all bad. It depends on why it's being used and how it's being used and the individual. We know that. And so if it's being used in a way where, I'm going to put Skype up or I'm going to do Facebook and I'm going to complain. Instagram, my graduate student does Instagram. She's constantly taking pictures with the little hearts and the puppy. But when she gets overwhelmed, she does a couple of those and she sends them out to her friends and she sees how many people react. Calms her down, she keeps going on. So that might be adaptive. Yes, sir?
Anyone else that I find myself the most creative when I have some big project.
Yeah.
Like creative like other things. I think my best creative like I have something that.
Yeah, so you do something so that you calm, and that allows you. Where we're a little concerned, and the next study will look at this, is we also have students who go drinking, do drugs. The number one activity that students procrastinated in our early sample when we looked at this year's data, because that's what we're actually collecting, staring at a wall. Now, that could be calming for some people, but we are interested to see if that might be not necessary, more a numbing activity that you're just trying to shut down. It depends on the individual. We don't know enough. So instead of seeing these behaviors as necessarily negative, we're interested in, are there some that create senses of safety, burn off energy, allow you to get to calm? And are there others that may not work as well? Like drinking, you could see why that would be, because it depletes you. You would numb, but then you wouldn't get back to, that would actually hamper you getting back to productivity, right? You had
That would kind of be the same as social media or video games, like it might bring some calm and let you kind of get distracted to go back to the task, but some of those things, it's really hard to get back to.
Well, you can imagine if it's one of those violent video games, it could actually increase your arousal, which makes it even harder to get back. So this becomes, and it may differ from individual to individual. So we're quite interested in, what are some of the techniques that people are using to manage this?